Hey there, Sagittarius. Ashley here. We're going to take a look at what's going on for you the week of May 9th. Now, we are going to look into that first week of May. So last week, depending on when you watch this, we have Healing of the Heart. So, I like that. This week, we have By the Book in reverse. So I do feel like you're maybe kind of stepping outside of expectation this week. You might be kind of making a surprise move here, perhaps feeling a little bit, what is the word? Rebellious, really. And this next week, we have the High Priest. It says intend and create. So we can kind of relate this card to the Magician. It's also got a bit of the Hierophant in it, I feel. It does feel like Divine Masculine energy here. So you could be dealing with a Divine Masculine or perhaps stepping into that energy. But there's definitely some intent here on making something happen. And it does feel like perhaps it's causing some shock, the way in which you're approaching this. Perhaps trying to heal something with someone, or maybe this is just in the way that you are dealing with your own healing. Interesting. I was picking up on a similar energy for the Leo reading, so that might be something you're interested in watching. If you have placements there or dealing with a Leo, it definitely had sort of this rebellious kind of shock factor to it. We're going to see how this applies to Sagittarius. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below, and share if you so desire. It does feel like communication. I just saw the Queen of Swords pop out there, Ten of Cups. So this could be dealing with your intentions moving forward as far as what you want to create. Whether this is in a connection or not, just for yourself, your own kind of dream come true sort of situation. We have the King of Cups. A lot of deep feelings here that I feel like are being healed. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. But it does feel like you can kind of see in this depiction of the card, he's holding the ship up out of choppy water, and it looks like it's full of, well, those could be sharks, those could be, you know, any sort of creature there, but it kind of feels like shark infested waters here, and I do feel like some of those deeper emotions have been difficult. Let's see, we have the Queen of Pentacles, so that's some Capricorn energy, and the Three of Wands, definitely manifestation, looking to the future. And what's interesting is she's also holding a ship up out of the water, so it's kind of like trying to decide where we're going to put that ship. Who am I going to give my heart to? When is it going to be safe to put that ship in the water? Interesting. We have the Chariot, some more Cancer energy, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Yeah. We're kind of getting out of choppy water here. So if you've been in a situation, let me mute my computer here. If you've been in a situation that's had a lot of drama, I do feel like you're getting out of it. I feel like you're getting away from it so that you are able to heal and kind of focus on what it is you want to create when it comes to stability, family, long-term legacy here. And it does feel like you're really focusing on financials, your own resources. We have the Ten of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. Perhaps there's been a long-term connection that you've given a lot of your time and attention and resources to. Could be with an earth sign, air sign also showing up here. And you're putting it into it. And it's sort of like this energy of, like, you're being wild, a little bit rebellious by closing this out. Or that's how it's being perceived, as you no longer going along to get along. You know what I mean? Bottom of the deck, Five of Swords. Yeah, there's been some betrayal here. We have Justice, the Emperor. Again, this divine masculine energy. So if you're sitting in that energy or you're dealing with a divine masculine, it does look like things are gonna kind of come into balance here. It feels like maybe some, like you're almost writing your own situation here, in that it's been imbalanced in the past and there's been enough pain and betrayal associated with it that you're making some moves here to right those scales and bring them back into balance. We have the Moon, King of Wands. Yeah, definitely kind of stepping into a powerful energy here. Action taking. But I do feel like it's kind of creating some confusion. This could even be something you've been thinking about doing for some time, only you've kept that hidden. Interesting. Let's dive further in and see what we get here. So this past week, we have healing of the heart. And I do feel like your intention here is to sort of remove yourself from a difficult situation. I just saw the Ten of Swords pop out again there. So there's definitely been some sort of ending, or there's about to be, that's kind of been loaded with betrayal. And we see that with the Five of Swords here. It's been maybe a little shady. Maybe there's been, you've just been stabbed in the back a lot of times, right? With the King of Cups, we have the Emperor. So this does feel like your energy to me, Sagittarius. This feels like a reading for a divine masculine. Take it as it resonates, and of course flip it and reverse it. And the Tower. Now for some of you, you are dealing with a Scorpio. We've got some Aries here. But there's been some upheaval that's happened. But it kind of feels like this energy of you sort of stepping in to take charge, to right things for yourself, to set things upright, right? With the Chariot, we have the Nine of Swords. All that stress. Ooh. And the Queen of Swords. I actually feel like you are scaring the pants off of someone because you have decided to move on here. Now, you could be dealing with an air sign, specifically Libra. But I feel like this counterpart, it feels like an ex is not real thrilled about you sort of taking charge and moving on. We've got a lot of movement energy here. And I do feel like you've put this person in a position, or by you making this move to kind of move yourself along here, you've definitely put this person into some stress. But what I'm actually feeling there is like you've been the one who's been stressed out this whole time, and it's just now that you're making this move to protect yourself, to protect your heart, that they're finally feeling it, if that makes sense. With the Five of Wands, yep, we're getting out of Dodge. We're getting out of the drama. And we're moving towards our own healing here. Sort of like you're just picking everything up and you're like, I don't belong here anymore. This isn't for me. This isn't good for me, and I'm out. And it does feel like that's this by the book in reverse. I'll show it to you. In the upright, you can see this trail of elephants, one leading the next, right? And I feel like you're kind of like maybe this little elephant in the back that's going to drop the tail and just go off on your own path here. And it's causing some surprise. Perhaps to a longer term partner that you have been with and you have been dealing with for some time. And I do feel like it's something you've put a lot of energy towards up until this point. Let's look and see. But it's almost like you're taking yourself and all your resources and you're jumping ship here. With the Queen of Pentacles, we have Justice. Yeah, this could be divorce from a long-term partner. This could be even splitting of assets. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. And this is, again, some manifestation power. I do feel like for some of you, this person from the past that you're leaving behind is going to attempt reconciliation. But I don't know that you're going to have it. With the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands. Yeah. And the Seven of Cups. It's kind of funny because I actually feel like they're almost feigning confusion. Like they're like, oh, what happened? I don't understand why we're splitting up. Like it's confusing them that you've made this move. But that feels manipulative. I don't really feel like they're actually confused. I think they're completely aware of the fact that they've been abusing this connection. And I do feel like you're deciding to put your energy elsewhere, even if it means kind of stepping into the unknown and doing things differently. And perhaps behaving in a way that you don't typically behave in, right? What's this Ten of Swords? We know we have an ending here. We have the High Priestess. Actually, and the Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, I actually feel like you're kind of like you knew this needed to happen. It's been maybe a long time coming. You've been maybe biding your time, again, thinking about this for some time before you kind of revealed it as your intention to move away from this person. But also, I kind of feel like for some of you, it feels like you're maybe even remaining silent to this person's questions or communication. It's almost like there's a little bit of ghosting happening here, and it feels like you're doing it on purpose. Like you're purposely not playing into this person's games. Like this whole thing where they're kind of like, oh, I don't understand. I don't feel like you're even going to respond to that. And it's almost as like a way to sort of teach them a lesson, right? Now that might not apply to all of you, but it does feel like you're kind of keeping your cards close to your chest. Like you've already maybe communicated that you're moving on, and it has caused some shock for this person, some stress for this person, but I also feel like you're purposely remaining silent thereafter because they don't really deserve an explanation. Like, I don't think you want to tell them what your plans are, whether you have plans or not, right? It looks to me like you're going to kind of focus on your resources here, maybe dive into work a bit more, kind of rebuilding finances perhaps, really kind of looking to your own future here. And I feel like your intention, as far as like maybe even a future romantic partner here, would be somebody that's a lot more stable and someone that's actually willing to put in the effort to build something solid. And you're kind of waiting to see if that shows up as you kind of refocus on career, rebuilding your finances, that kind of thing. Let's look here into the future week. We have that High Priest. It says intend and create. So we definitely got some determination and some focus here. With the Three of Wands, we have the Death card. So yeah, kind of this rebirth energy. And Eight of Pentacles. But I also feel like, again, you're no longer working on this situation with the past person. You've decided to withdraw that cup of love. Just like in these two cards, they've withdrawn the ship out of the water, waiting to decide when to put it in the water again. Like, when is it safe? And what timing makes the most sense, right? So I don't think you're going to immediately put your heart out there looking for relationship, right, anywhere else either. But let's see, Ten of Pentacles. We have the Devil. So again, we got some Capricorn showing up here. And the Two of Swords. I do feel like there could be a little bit of fear showing up here. Mostly, I feel like because you're disconnecting from something that has been kind of holding you bound for so long, and then we have this rebellious break free, right? And then it's almost like you're kind of processing what just happened. I want to get some more there, but let's look at this Three of Pentacles first. We have the Hanged Man. And the Queen of Cups. So yeah, I think you're kind of waiting for your best partner. We have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So it does feel to me like you're willing to wait for something, for someone who is going to build a solid foundation with you. And perhaps you do have your eye on someone already here. Could be a water sign. Again, we've seen a lot of that already. But I also feel like intuitively, you know that that will come in for you. Let's look some more at this. These fears, maybe. It's like you're kind of, I still feel like you're kind of ignoring this past person. Let's look at that some more. We have Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're cutting yourself free from this. But I would say that there's probably going to be a little bit of fear that comes up here. And I feel like it's because while cutting yourself off from this person and setting yourself free, giving yourself space to heal and sort of manifest for your own future here, you've also had to sacrifice maybe what you and this person did build. There could be, fear of losing money in a divorce, for example. And maybe this is something you haven't wanted to really look at. Maybe you haven't had the time. It kind of feels like you've thought about doing this for some time, but then it's like, I feel like something triggers it to happen with this Tower. And maybe it's happening even faster than you thought it would. Let's get a little more there. We have the Strength. So yeah, it's a little bit of a test to your fears here. You're going to have some courage to officially cut this out and to cut them off. But I do feel like you're doing it. Got some Leo showing up there. So you could be dealing with a Leo. I also feel like for some of you, you have been avoiding communication because it will lead to or you fear that it will lead to another argument. And I actually feel like the person that you're dealing with tends to be perhaps manipulative. And so it's like you're not wanting to get into an argument or even a conversation because that's sort of how they have worked their way in the past. It's like if they can get you in a conversation, it feels like they have the ability to manipulate you and control. Like I feel like this person's definitely trying to take control. Interesting. Well, it looks like you're taking off here, Sagittarius. You're setting yourself free. And while there is sacrifice involved in that, I don't think you're sacrificing as much as you even feel like you are. Like I do feel like you've probably got a water sign hovering in your energy already if you haven't already met this person. Strong Scorpio and Pisces in particular. But again, I feel like this is something that's been intended for a period of time, and then it just suddenly happens. Right around that eclipse, perhaps, that we had in the sign of Taurus. And I do feel like it's causing a lot of shock for this other person. And, but again, it feels like they might be trying to work their way back in right away. It's like they don't want you to get away, but I feel like you're kind of ignoring them and not entertaining those conversations. Both from a place of not wanting to be manipulated, but also because it feels like you almost need to process what just happened as well. Because it has a little bit of a shock factor to it. But I do like this energy that's kind of hovering somewhere in your field here. Somebody wanting to work with you. I definitely feel like you're following your intuition here. So keep doing that, because I do feel like it's leading you towards your next solid foundation. I like that. So things are expanding here for sure. I will see you in the next one, Sagittarius. I hope that was helpful. Bye.